So when you think about kind of that season and then since then, right, you've stepped into a lot of other highs and a lot of other, you know, enduring phases. What have been some wins that you've experienced as a family kind of since that season or even at the conclusion of that season?
Yeah. Well, to summarize, Ellie came out kicking and screaming.
Yes.
They told us she wouldn't have
Yeah.
much mobility, and we see her now running and playing and being her amazing little
Wait,
self.
so the doctors told you all, like, just to kind of clarify, they said that she basically would not be fully functional. Per
Right,
se,
yeah.
right?
They, of course, were unsure. They had no
Yeah.
guarantees, but they were very adamant about us knowing your daughter may not walk. She may have a very disadvantaged life.
Yeah. Yeah.
She may have a shunt in her head.
Yeah.
Where they have to drain fluid, where the fluid constantly drains. She may be in a wheelchair. Her learning ability may not be what you may want it to be. She may have delayed speech, and
Yeah. And none of those things have been true.
None
for
of those
Ellie.
things have happened.
Yeah.
the funny thing is,
Man.
everything that they said that could possibly be, she has surpassed them
Exceeded,
by.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Wow.
you know, and we're not trying to. We're not here trying to say that doctors are wrong.
Right.
Right.
Of course.
100%,
Yeah.
Right.
But we're saying from when we prayed and what we prayed about, the Lord answered.
Yes.
Yeah.
He answered, and you know, I get teary-eyed thinking about it. He answered, and He gave us abundantly more.
Abundantly. Wow.
You know, more than what we could ask or imagine. You know, and Ellie walks.
Yes.
She runs.
Yes.
Runs now.
She-
Yeah.
she
we
runs.
saw her last.
Like,
She,
she-
we're
she
like,
runs.
oh, she is just running. What?
She runs, and she.
And she's the smartest little girl.
she's the
my
smartest
goodness.
little girl.
Yes.
I know it's off topic, but I got to brag on her a little
Yeah.
bit.
Go
let's
ahead.
go.
Do it, man.
Before she was 1.
Oh, one of our pediatrician appointments.
One of our pediatrician
They
appointments.
said, how many words
Words
is
is
she
she
saying?
saying?
Like 5? No, sir. She's at like 40 or 50 words.
And the guy looks at her, she's like, "There's no way."
And they don't believe it. They
and
don't
he's
believe
like,
it.
"Get out of here!" And we're just looking at him like, "I'm not trying to make this." And we don't know where she should be.
Yeah.
We're just
This is
taking
our first child.
Yeah, we're just taking it how it's coming. And
Yeah.
I remember we looked at each other and we said, "Okay, well,
We're not going to argue.
we're not
with
going to
them.
argue with you."
Right.
But we know what we experienced, so yeah.
And
that's
she
good.
she has excelled beyond our measure, and we continue to pray for her.
Right.
To,
Because we still have our struggles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's still going through some things, but
right.
but she's doing great.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And then obviously you were blessed with a second.
Yes.
And obviously, who
Yeah.
he is just
He's a little
he's just
pistol.
a
Trying to keep
fireball,
up.
right?
Yes. Yeah, trying to keep up with sis.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
that's so awesome. So how would you all say that, you know, now that you all are a family of 4, a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old, like how are you all able to work together as a team? Because we like talking about you know
Yes.
teamwork. Teamwork
Yes.
makes the dream work, right?
Yeah.
So how are you all able to work together as a team? Raising your children while it's still at the same time you have your careers, you know. So how does
Right,
what does
this
that
is-
look like? You
yeah,
know,
it's
what
a
are
loaded
maybe-
question here.
right? Yeah. And you know, obviously, hey, you know, we all have challenges that we still. It's I'm sure it's not easy, but
Right.
for those who you know are going through the same thing, like how do you all do it?
Yeah.
In other words,
Yeah. Well, it is a heavy load.
Yeah.
It's definitely heavy.
For both.
For both.
Yes.
Yep. Janjay's taken the route of just being the main supporter of our family. I do still work. I'm part-time. And then I do many of the parenting duties
Yeah.
at home,
Yeah.
taking care of the kids in the house. And it's a heavy load.
yeah,
And there's many more mediocre days than, you know, Facebook,
Yeah.
Yes.
Instagram.
Facebook
Worthy
worthy
days.
days.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Yeah.
It's hard, but God never said it would be easy.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And we have made the commitment to do it together, through the struggles,
Right.
through the great times, bad times.
Right.
So we just keep chugging along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yep.
I would say, once again, when I said earlier that, guys, you have to look at yourself and what you're going to be for your family. And Jackie and we've talked about this many of times. If I have to say I'm the husband or I'm the man of the house or I'm the leader of this house, then I'm not leading.
Explain what you mean by that. Yeah.
Your actions
Yeah.
have to be who you are,
Yeah.
or what you want your
Right,
family to
right.
be.
Yeah.
When Jackie said, we're gonna do this, and I'm like, we're definitely gonna do it.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this 100%. I had to reevaluate myself.
Right.
What do I need for my family to be successful? Because unfortunately, the world does not care that Ellie has a condition.
Right.
The world does not care that, you guys, you're gonna have to lose your house, your car, your career's over.
Right.
You gotta focus on this young lady. And when Jackie said, I'm gonna be home with Ellie, she didn't have to tell me you need to go out and work more.
Yeah.
It just automatically, I just put it on my back and said,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure that they have everything they need in order to be successful.
Yeah.
She didn't have, I didn't have to tell her you need to stay home with Ellie. Choices were made
Yeah.
based by, this is what we just need. We just start teamwork.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing.
I think that's interesting you said that, because I know that obviously there are a lot of other couples kind of in a similar situation where, maybe one person decides to stay home and help take care of the children more while the other one works. And, sometimes there might be almost like a resentment. There could be some resentment, but it seems like for you guys, it was just kind of an automatic, yes, this is
part of your calling. Like, you knew, like, Jackie, you're like, in this present season, this is where I need to be. This is my mission field in addition to at the school and all these other spaces. And I'm going to step into this with boldness. Like, it's...
And it has to do with the community we've surrounded ourselves with, too.
Yeah.
Like, we have been blessed to have amazing places where we work.
Yeah.
Who are understanding
Yeah.
and who have supported us through all of this.
Yeah.
That's not normal.
No, that's not normal at all.
Right.
Not normal at all.
So, just our community and our friends are so important
That's good.
in all of this. Yeah.
It's good. So we talked a lot about you guys as a family and what you've endured, but as a couple, how are you guys able to maintain the spark and just joy in your marriage?
So within our marriage, it helps to always keep the comedy alive.
Yep.
Families are hilarious at home, and kids are just out of control, and you just have to keep laughing.
Yeah.
There you go.
And enjoy every moment.
There you go.
Yeah. So, I say this facetiously, right?
Yeah.
I'm not forcing Jackie to stay with me. But if she wants to leave, she can leave.
Right.
Well, if she leaves, I said I'm gonna follow you.
Okay.
There you go.
You got a boyfriend?
Wherever you go,
I'm going. You got a boyfriend? Yeah. What's your name again? Yeah, I got dinner. Don't worry about it. I got it. Yeah. Hey, man, why don't you just sit right on over there? Yep, we good.
So she can't leave.
She can't leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you're going to be right there.
So finding the time to laugh
Yes.
is what we do. Many kids be right there. You know what I mean? It's all of us just rolling deep.
Right.
So, but like I said, the comedy, yes, and knowing that sometimes we have to sacrifice ourselves for our kids.
Right.
Right? They become the focus of where we are. Not us losing us together,
Right.
but for the time being, we need to focus here a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
In
When
that
that's-
season.
And when that season is over, we get to spend time with each other, or we plan on, hey, when we get to this point, maybe we should go here, or maybe we should do this together. And, we give ourselves something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
that's
that.
good.
And the funny thing is, we've gone out to dinner, and we're like, man, I miss them kids.
I wonder what they're doing.
Yeah.
So, I think that's one of the things that we definitely keep comedy in our house
Yeah.
over some stuff. So,
Love it.
Yeah, that's good because, as I said, a laughter, a cheerful heart, that's good medicine, right?
Right.
Right.
And again, I just applaud you all and just your character, and like Adrian was saying earlier, your joy through every season of life.
Right.
And I feel like, hearing about you all's story and what you spoke of from the beginning until now, like I feel like some of the recurring themes that I've heard are just, first of all, faith and trust and hope.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously may have some watching or listening who may not consider themselves religious. However, I think it's important that we be real and point that out, because it's the same for Adrian and I.
Right.
Understanding that in making that decision to commit your lives to him, we now are committing ourselves to someone who doesn't just look at our sufferings and just say, oh, well, you're just going through that. But we now have a God who walks with us through our sufferings, who can also relate to receiving bad news, or to, whatever it might be, an ailment, whatever it is.
Right.
And I think that's just a beautiful story of, just that threefold cord is not easily broken, right? And so, I just appreciate you all being open and sharing that, because I think that there are some people listening, watching, who do need to hear that, knowing that, hey, there's someone in whom you can find hope and find the strength to press on when you feel like the odds are stacked against you and you don't need to press on. Like if when you've been told that, hey, you should probably terminate this shot, like to then say, you know what, like, no, I know the God whom I serve, who is with me through the hills and the valleys.
Yes.
And he will enable us together to go through and to make it through this. There are times, obviously, where miraculous things happen, and every report that you receive did not happen. Like you said with Ellie, she's totally, she's as smart as can be, and she's running around, right? But then obviously there might be some times where it doesn't work that way, and it is still, a difficult process. Yet even through both moments, the Lord still walks with us, and enables us to go through those seasons of life together. So
And we've been asked the question before, like, how do you guys stay so calm in certain situations? Like, we have been asked that question before. And I really think that the people who seem to have the most peace in their life have been through the biggest trials.
Come on.
Right? Yeah. Those trials and those tribulations we've been through has brought us this peace that is clearly beyond understanding.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
No, that's really good, Jackie, what you brought up. And when we think about kind of those out there that might be in a present season of maybe ready to grow their family, maybe they have an unexpected pregnancy and there's a lot of unknowns, what would be some pieces of advice you guys might give them, kind of stepping into that? What helped you guys?
I mean, just a ton of prayer.
Of course.
It can be hard. Life is hard, and it'll bring you to your knees. Like, literally take the breath out of you sometimes. And just to know that there's a God there that's next to you, holding you, and that is willing to carry those burdens for you, so you don't have to, is just reassuring and powerful. And to just be strong with your teammate.
Come on.
You don't have to do it alone.
Yes.
That's right.
Whatever you're going through, do not try to do it alone.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I would say find like your comfort. And I know for a lot of us, music. We listen to music.
That's good.
Yeah.
And I kind of told you guys before some of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
And I get excited talking about, and Jackie kind of laughs at me because all my songs are gospel songs. You know what I mean?
Hey.
Whatever
Whatever
works,
it takes,
And don't get me wrong, I like contemporary, I like the other stuff, but
that's the thing.
something that gets me. Our Pastor Bernard, I'm gonna give you a shout out, Pastor Bernard. Hopefully you get to watch this. He said something that was very true. Music is a battleground for your heart.
Come on, that's good.
And when that heart gets put in the right place, it's impossible to stop it beating. And, I remember listening to 3 songs that would just, make me cry. I'd be in the car driving, crying, and I knew what it was like to be driving down the road because I always look over to see who's next to me.
You one of them, huh?
I'm one of those guys. But if I see someone, I can see the expression on their face. I know what they're going through. It causes a prayer to come out. It just something, always thinking about somebody else rather than myself. And one of the songs, I never would have made it.
Yeah.
Never would have made it.
Marvin
Sapp, man, it got me through.
Yeah.
something about the name Jesus.
Come on. Yeah.
And then the last one is silver and gold.
Silver and gold. Kirk
I'd rather
Franklin.
I'd rather have Jesus than silver
Shout out
and
to
gold.
all of them.
And when I know for myself, when I sat down and I just took everything, those words resonated with me. I'd rather have Jesus than any amount of money,
Come on.
any amount of my own health. Like if I'm on my last days on my
Yeah.
deathbed,
Yeah.
I'd rather have because all this is temporary. What we're in.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you look, and I think this is where our family has gone, we've looked beyond what is here on
Come
us.
on. Yes.
We've looked at what does the future look like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Each day gets better.
Come on.
And as those days get better, so does our life. So that He continues to bless us more than what we can ever ask or imagine.
Come on. Come on.
And
Doc.
so I get.
Boy. That's good.
It's not us.
Come on. Yeah.
It's the Lord.
Yeah. That's good. I think there's nothing really else that we need to say. Thank you guys.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you guys. Just
Thank you.
again for, like I said, your strength, and knowing that your strength doesn't come from yourselves.
Right.
There is someone in you who is greater.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm almost at a loss myself. I'm just overwhelmed by you all's testimony. And again, I can't thank you guys enough just for your friendship to us.
Yes.
And
And we love you guys. We love you guys tremendously. Like we look forward to always seeing you guys whenever we get a chance. And
You're part of our tribe.
you guys are part of our tribe,
Hey.
and we want to be part of your guys' tribe.
Hey.
Because we can't do it without our community.
Right.
come on.
So true.
Yeah. Yeah. Our lives have been so much more full. I know that's probably not the right way to say it. It's just been more full.
No,
like
that's a good, yeah.
it's been we've been so enriched just by you guys and your family, and you all are just a model.
Right.
And we know that again, just there are so many people who needed to hear you all's story and know will be impacted by you all's story.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we know that you guys are so diligent. You often work in secret, if you will, right? You're so humble. You don't necessarily want to be out there on big platforms, but if people want to connect with you or share their story and perspective, what would be the best way for them to do that, if you would like, whether that's social media or just something that you feel comfortable sharing?
Yeah, I mean, social media is good.
Yeah.
I'm the
Yeah.
social media.
You're the
person
rep.
and
You're
the
the social
family.
media
Household,
rep.
yes, very much so.
So yeah, just find me on Facebook or
Yeah.
Instagram.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Well, yes. Well, Janjay, Jackie, thank you all so much again,
Yes.
just for being here and for sharing with us today. We really appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right.
Awesome.
Yes.
All right. So for those of you guys that are tuning in, let us know, do you have a story or experience that in parenthood that's really resonated with you? We'd love to know in the comments below. And if you're new here on YouTube or wherever you are, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, ding the notification bell, and we look forward to keeping in touch with you.
Yes, and again, we just want to thank all of you for tuning in. And until next time, remember, your marriage has a mission, and what the Lord has brought together, let nothing and no one separate. Love God and love one another, and we look forward to seeing you in the next episode.